What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're back in Roblox Studios. So if you haven't watched the last few parts of this series, do not worry. You can go and watch them after this video. They'll both be on the end card. So today our focus on working on the game is to get a completely new terrain. I wasn't happy with the water and island kind of vibe we had going on. I kind of wanted it to be more like a classic simulator game. So I've added the grass base plate. I've added the pathways, and I have got the shop there. So we got all this kind of working, it made it look as neat as possible. I was quite happy with how that little centerpiece came out. I then worked on the selling area, the area where you're going to sell your coins and you're going to turn that into cash. And I was actually really happy with how this turned out. I liked how the coins were stacked on the front and everything, and it was a simple model, and it doesn't look incredible. It's nothing groundbreaking for Roblox, but first of all, I'm fairly new to Roblox Studios, and especially modeling. I haven't done a lot of modeling so far in this series. It's mostly just been scripting and terrain management. So I haven't done a whole lot of modeling, so I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. And to be fair, this the kind of thing you see a lot more now in Roblox. People more like in that old-fashioned Roblox design. So I was quite happy with it turned out. It looked alright. I like the coin on the top. It just kind of emphasises where you're going for the sell point. I experimented with the person who was behind the stand a little bit. Tried to get one of my friends, my girlfriend's thing in there, but it didn't quite go as I desired. Her face wouldn't work and stuff, so I just shoved the Vatrix official account in there. Had to do a quick Google search to figure out how to rotate it that way. I figured it out quite quickly. Did some color modifications on the shop real quick, and then it was straight back to the sell point. Just trying to get that kind of sell point vibe going on, with the whole circle and touch point and all that. I noticed here that it was very small, so I'm gonna go and fix that now by I kind of thought I'll just duplicate it a few times, make it a model that way. So it did take a little bit, and it was a lot of effort to try and get it duplicated, but in the end there was 3 stands. I was grouping them and making sure they're all nice and neat, and it was just trying to move everything around and make sure it all worked kind of the way I wanted it to. Overall, it looks alright. I'm happy with the end result. It can always be changed in the future. It's just something for now. I'm more worried about the game's core features than how it looks at the moment. Of course, we'll revisit the models later down the line maybe, and make them look a little bit better. But to be fair, for this type of game, it doesn't need to be anything magnificent. It just needs to do the job, which it does quite well. I did go ahead and try and make some bushes behind here to kind of cover up where the circle kind of cuts off, but it didn't really work how I wanted it to, and I didn't really see the reason for putting in all that effort to align it properly and working and learning how to do all that when I could just rotate it a little bit and kind of be done with it. So I was kind of happy with how it came out. I was just then grouping some stuff up. And then it was fixing the coin model. If you haven't watched the last video, we had some issues where the coins would spawn perfectly fine, but then when I tried to model them how I wanted them, they wouldn't spawn at all. So I spent a lot of time finishing that. So you can watch that as I speak. Just something I wanted to say is, it's just crazy to see the progress I made. Some of these scripts now I'm actually editing and changing, and like this bit here especially, and the when I come to script the sell point, I did that all myself without looking at any tutorials or anything. I just kind of went off what I'd already learned and kind of applied that knowledge. So I'm really happy. I'm really proud of myself to where I've come, especially because I'm now recording this video after I've recorded this part and 2 more parts to this series. And seeing the start of this video, that little island with the terrain, and all we had was like what was it, like the spawn point of the shop, and none of it was coded or anything, and that was it. And now looking at where we've come, it's absolutely insane to me how far I've come already in this series, and how far I've gone now. In the next few episodes, I'm really excited for you guys to see what is coming next. So they will all be releasing at midday, every single day. I got the coins working, the models how I wanted them, so I was really happy with that. That was about it, really. I did add a line of code that made it so if there was already 100 coins on the map, then it wouldn't make any more, just to kind of prevent any issues with loading times and stuff or whatever, and I'm just becoming overcrowded and it being too easy to beat the game. So I did a lot of testing on that, mess around with the numbers and stuff just so I could test it properly. And as you can see here by my speed test, it works really well. It just stops at 100 until a player picks up a coin, then it spawns in more over time. So it's really good, and I was really happy with that. Once again, that was something I did completely myself. So I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. So yeah, that's about all I did this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.